After Robert Lewandowski's unsuccessful transfer to Bayern Munich, Erling Haaland felt sad for him. Erling Haaland, a star for Manchester City, has acknowledged that after the German powerhouses attempted to sign Robert Lewandowski earlier this year, he felt bad for the ex-Bayern Munich striker. Erling Haaland has said that after the German powerhouses attempted to sign Robert Lewandowski from Borussia Dortmund earlier this year, he was left feeling bad for the former Bayern Munich striker. After a phenomenal 2.5-year stint at Dortmund, Haaland was pursued by a bevy of European powerhouses. In the end, Manchester City emerged victorious in the race for his services. The 22-year-old scored 86 goals for the Bundesliga team in just 89 appearances, a performance that, naturally, caught Bayern's attention. Haaland's next move was so eagerly awaited that the famous Norwegian was even caught on camera deliberating. Bayern's involvement is made clear in Haaland, the big decision, something the German powerhouses have previously attempted to deny. The striker was not pleased with Bayern's plan to replace Lewandowski, who has long been one of the team's most reliable players, and his response to the approach has now been made public for the first time. In the film, Haaland is heard saying, "I have no idea how many goals and championships Lewandowski has won for the club if I attempt to understand how he thinks. I honestly feel a bit sorry for him at this point. He has the opportunity to advance in his career at the same time. Although it feels disrespectful, he has an opportunity as a result." Erling Haaland, a former midfielder for Manchester City, the striker's father, also commented on Bayern's interest. "They have expressed interest. I can appreciate their desire to defend themselves. If he is unsuccessful, they will claim, it was never planned, we already have the best striker." Hasan Salihamidzic, the club's sporting director, has now acknowledged for the first time that Bayern did attempt to entice the striker to Munich, despite having previously refuted reports that they attempted to sabotage Manchester City's deal for Haaland. Recently, he stated to Sky Sports Germany, "We were in negotiations for Haaland, but it soon became apparent that things would not go as planned for everyone. He is currently at Manchester City for that reason, and we also have other players." Lewandowski, who had a prolific goal-scoring record for Bayern, was unimpressed by the team's efforts to replace him and spent the rest of the summer in Barcelona after pursuing a dream transfer to the new camp. Meanwhile, Haaland was persuaded to move to England by the reigning Premier League champions, and Manchester City are already reaping the benefits of the striker's choice handsomely. With 10 goals in just 6 league games, City's new number 9 has already had a phenomenal impact on Pep Guardiola's team, including back-to-back hat-tricks prior to Saturday's meeting against Aston Villa. Haaland scored once more to bring his season total to 10, but City was held to a discouraging 1-1 draw at Villa Park. More news: Barcelona was had to pay an outrageous amount to remove the richest player from his contract. Braithwaite received a one-time lump sum payment from Barcelona in order to end his relationship with the club and join Catalan rivals Espanyol. Braithwaite, the team's richest player, was required to accept a one-time payment from Barcelona of Euro 400k, £345,000, in order to end his contract at the Camp Nou. As a result, Braithwaite's stay at the Catalan Giants cost the team just shy of €30 million. The club acquired him from Leganés in February 2020 for €18 million, and he earned €4 million annually while playing for the team. Prior to Thursday, transfer deadline day, when the club announced that he would be leaving as a free agent after the two sides reached an agreement over the termination of his contract, the club had been desperately trying to sell him. He is presently a member of Espanyol, a Catalan competitor. The striker had 2 years left on his deal with Barcelona, and the one-time gross payment was in exchange for a portion of the first of those 2 remaining seasons, or around 10% of his deal with the team this season. Braithwaite controversially transferred from Leganés to Barca in February 2020, when the agreement was reached outside of the transfer window as an emergency signing due to injuries. Leganés was unable to reject the agreement because Barcelona had satisfied his release clause, and they were also unable to sign a replacement because they did not have an emergency injury problem. After losing their main player in mid-season, Leganés was demoted to the second level that year. Despite scoring 10 goals in 58 appearances while at Barca, the attacker struggled to earn a starting position on a consistent basis. He has played once under manager Xavi Hernandez since his hiring in November 2021. The 31-year-old has signed a 3-year contract with Espanyol, allowing him to stay in his home region of Catalonia. This season, Girona will join Espanyol as the other Catalan club playing in Spain's Premier Division. One of the most striking aspects of Braithwaite's time at the Camp Nou was that, when Lionel Messi left the team in the summer of 2021, he had emerged as the first team squad's highest-paid player. At the Camp Nou, Braithwaite was making about £4 million a year, but that sum is insignificant in comparison to the former Middlesbrough striker's overall net worth. The Danish international has a substantial portfolio of investments in the hotel, retail, and dining sectors. Following Lionel Messi's departure from Barcelona in 2020, Forbes explained how the striker rose to the position of richest player at the club. Braithwaite's interest in the real estate company Nice, in which he is a partner with his uncle Philip Michael, is where the majority of his money, £714,298, comes from. According to the company's website, it manages assets worth about £252 million, including a real estate portfolio estimated to be worth about £210 million. Along with French entrepreneur, writer, and TV personality Anne Louis, Braithwaite also owns the clothing company Trond. His real estate holdings include residences in New York, Philadelphia, Jersey City, and San Antonio. Additionally, the Barcelona-based eatery Bevvy is owned by the striker. By clicking the subscribe and like buttons and spreading the word to your closest friends, you can